purpose of today's video is I'm going to go over some shooting positions and the difference in accuracy that you get from those positions, supported and unsupported. There's certainly one position that I don't feel anybody should be using, and that is freestanding unsupported. At this day and age, there is just no need for it, certainly in the hunting world, in the UK at least. Nobody's that desperate to take a rabbit or a fox or a deer that you should be risking taking a shot at any range, freestanding unsupported. We've got everything we need to use as a supportive aid, whether it's your own body in a certain position, which I'll go over soon, tripods with the clamps, quad sticks. Deer stalkers, quite often have their quad sticks with them, laid prone with the bipod on a bag, or even leaning up and clamping yourself onto a decent fence post to take a shot if need be. We've all had to do that. So I'm just going to go over a few of those. Another thing that I would want to talk about is what ranges are sort of ethical and safe for you as an individual. Now, only you can decide that. This is just my opinion. But you should always shoot within your own capabilities. So, for instance, I've got the 2.2 with me today, and that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to do a bit of practice on the steel rabbit bar. So 0 at 50 yards or 50 metres, whichever you prefer. And you shoot at that until you're proficient at it and you're confident at it in multiple different positions. You don't have to get yourself into a seriously awkward situation or position. You should just be sat comfortably or stood comfortably leaning against something with your shooting aid, whatever it is you've decided to use. And then once you're confident at that range, then you step it out. And I think that certainly with the 2.2, stepping out in 10-yard increments will give you a very good idea of just how quickly the little 2.2 LR drops off once you start getting further away. 60 yards it drops off, 70 yards it drops off further, 80 yards it drops off drastically, and you'll see just how quickly it drops off. So that's the aim of today. So the next clip that you see will be myself, and we're just going to have a few shots now, starting with the basics. If you've zeroed your rifle at 50 yards, 50 metres, whatever your range is, most of us will be using a bipod to maximise our chances of accurate shooting. So that's where we'll start, and we'll move on from there.
Right, let's get these couple of rounds down range and see what happens. So here we are now, 50 yards on this rabbit. As you can see, I've had one sighter already. So we're now laid on a bipod with a rear bag, prone position on the floor. You can see there just how steady you can be. Okay, me fidgeting about a bit isn't helping, but still, you get the idea. So let's have one in the engine room, like that, and one in the nut, like that. Okay. So as you can see, even with a good tripod like this man Billy, you're nowhere near as steady as you are on a bipod. But it still can be done.